What if there was a simple, proven formula for achieving any goal you set? What if success wasn't about luck or talent, but about applying the right principles with precision? Today, we're going to unlock the powerful strategies that high achievers use to create extraordinary results. These are the time-tested methods that have helped millions reach their full potential, whether in business, personal growth, or wealth creation. Stay with me until the end, because what you'll learn today can change your life forever. Step 1, clarity. Highly successful people have absolute clarity on what they want. Most people drift through life reacting to circumstances. Winners take control. They define their goals with precision and break them down into actionable steps. Clarity is the foundation of all great achievements. It is the ability to define exactly what you want, why you want it, and how you plan to achieve it. Without clarity, life becomes a series of random events, and success is left to chance. But when you have a clear vision, everything changes. You begin to make decisions with purpose, focus on what truly matters, and eliminate distractions that do not serve your goals. Most people go through life without a clear sense of direction. They set vague goals like, I want to be successful, I want to make more money, or I want to be happier. But they never define what success, wealth, or happiness means to them. The problem with unclear goals is that they provide no roadmap for achievement. If you don't know exactly where you want to go, how will you ever get there? Successful people think differently. They take the time to sit down and write their goals with absolute precision. They don't just say, I want to earn more money. They decide on the exact amount they want to make, the timeline in which they want to achieve it, and the specific steps they will take to reach that goal. Instead of saying, I want to be healthier, they set clear objectives like losing 15 pounds in 90 days, exercising for 45 minutes daily, and following a structured nutrition plan. This level of clarity eliminates confusion and provides a direct path to success. One of the most powerful reasons clarity is essential is because of how the human mind works. Your brain is like a heat-seeking missile. It functions best when it has a clear target. When you set a definite goal, your subconscious mind immediately starts working on ways to achieve it. You begin to notice opportunities, make better decisions, and take actions that align with your desired outcome. This is why so many successful people talk about the importance of visualization, because what you focus on expands. Lack of clarity, on the other hand, leads to procrastination, indecision, and wasted time. If you don't have a specific goal, you are more likely to be distracted by unimportant tasks, influenced by other people's agendas, and caught up in activities that do not move you forward. Clarity gives you the power to say no to anything that does not contribute to your success. It helps you prioritize your time, energy, and resources so that every effort you make is directed toward meaningful results. A critical aspect of clarity is writing down your goals. Studies have shown that people who write down their goals are significantly more likely to achieve them than those who do not. Writing brings clarity to your thinking, solidifies your commitment, and serves as a constant reminder of what you are working toward. When you put your goals on paper, they become more real, and your mind starts looking for ways to turn them into reality. Another important element of clarity is breaking down big goals into smaller, manageable steps. Having a clear long-term vision is essential, but success comes from daily actions. When you break your goals into specific tasks, you create a step-by-step roadmap that keeps you on track. Each small achievement builds confidence and momentum, making it easier to stay motivated and focused. Clarity also helps in overcoming obstacles. When you are clear about what you want, challenges become temporary roadblocks rather than insurmountable barriers. You are more likely to find creative solutions, adapt to changing circumstances, and stay committed even when things get difficult. Without clarity, difficulties can feel overwhelming, leading to frustration and the temptation to give up. Achieving clarity requires time and effort. It means stepping away from distractions, reflecting on what truly matters to you, and making firm decisions about the direction of your life. It requires being honest with yourself about what you really want, not what society, family, or peers expect from you. The clearer you are about your goals, the faster and more efficiently you will achieve them. Step 2, focus on what truly matters. The 80/20 rule tells us that 20% of our actions bring 80% of our results. Identify your high-value tasks and eliminate distractions. If you master this principle, you can double or even triple your productivity without working longer hours. The 80/20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, is one of the most powerful concepts for achieving success in any area of life. It states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. This principle applies to business, productivity, finances, relationships, and even personal development. Understanding and applying this rule allows you to maximize efficiency, eliminate wasted effort, and focus on what truly matters. The origin of the 80/20 rule dates back to the late 19th century when Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto discovered that 80% of the land in Italy was owned by just 20% of the population. He later observed that this pattern existed in many other areas of life, from wealth distribution to economic output. Over time, researchers found that this principle was not just a coincidence, but a fundamental law of nature and human activity. In virtually every field, a small percentage of inputs consistently produce the majority of outputs. In business, for example, 80% of revenue typically comes from just 20% of customers. This means that a small number of clients or products generate the majority of profits. Smart entrepreneurs and executives use this principle to focus on their most valuable customers, refine their marketing strategies, and allocate resources to high-impact activities. Instead of trying to serve everyone, they identify the top 20% that drive the majority of their success and invest more in them. The 80/20 rule is also highly applicable to productivity and time management. In any given day, only a few tasks truly move the needle forward, while the rest are often distractions, busy work, or unnecessary obligations. Many people make the mistake of treating all tasks equally, believing that being busy is the same as being productive. But in reality, being selective about what you work on is far more important than simply working hard. The most successful individuals and organizations identify their top 20% of high-value activities and focus relentlessly on them. They delegate, automate, or eliminate the remaining 80% that contribute little to their overall success. For example, if you have a long to-do list, chances are that only a handful of tasks will truly make a difference in your career, income, or personal growth. Instead of trying to complete everything, you should identify the most impactful tasks and dedicate the majority of your time to them. This shift in focus leads to greater efficiency, less stress, and dramatically better results. The Pareto principle is also evident in learning and skill development. If you are learning a new language, for instance, 20% of the vocabulary will be used in 80% of conversations. This means that by focusing on the most common words and phrases, you can achieve conversational fluency much faster than if you try to learn every word equally. Similarly, in professional development, a small set of core skills will often determine the majority of your career success. Mastering those key skills will give you a disproportionate advantage. Another powerful application of the 80/20 rule is in finances and wealth creation. Studies have shown that 80% of the world's wealth is controlled by just 20% of the population. But this principle applies at an individual level as well. A small percentage of investments, habits, and financial decisions tend to have the greatest impact on long-term wealth. For most people, a few smart financial choices, like consistently saving, investing wisely, and avoiding unnecessary debt, will determine the majority of their financial security and success. Those who understand this focus on making high-value financial decisions instead of getting lost in minor expenses or short-term distractions, the 80/20 rule can even improve relationships and personal well-being. If you analyze your social interactions, you'll likely find that 20% of the people in your life bring you 80% of your happiness and fulfillment, while others may drain your energy. By prioritizing time with the right people, those who uplift, inspire, and challenge you, you can create a more meaningful and rewarding life. The same applies to habits. A small number of daily routines, such as exercise, reading, and goal setting, will have a significant impact on your long-term health and success. Another remarkable aspect of the Pareto principle is that it can be applied in layers. Within the top 20% of your most valuable activities, there is another 80/20 split. This means that within that 20% of high-impact tasks, there is a further 20% that produces the most extraordinary results. For example, if you're a salesperson, you might find that 20% of your clients bring in 80% of your sales. But within that top 20%, another smaller group, perhaps just 4% of total clients, will be responsible for 64% of your overall revenue. This concept is known as the Pareto within Pareto, and applying it allows you to refine your focus even further, identifying the absolute most valuable tasks, relationships, and opportunities in your life. Many people struggle with success not because they lack talent or ambition, but because they spend too much time on low-value activities. The secret is not to work harder, but to work smarter by identifying and prioritizing what truly matters. Step 3, develop the habit of self-discipline. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what separates the great from the average. Winners do what they must do, whether they feel like it or not. The secret? Start small, build momentum, and soon discipline becomes second nature. Self-discipline is the invisible bridge that connects goals to achievement, turning dreams into reality. It is the ability to control your thoughts, emotions, and actions in pursuit of a desired outcome, even when motivation fades or obstacles arise. While talent, intelligence, and luck can contribute to success, nothing is as powerful as self-discipline. It is the trait that separates those who merely wish for success from those who actually achieve it. Most people struggle not because they lack ambition or opportunity, but because they fail to follow through on their commitment. They set goals with excitement, but soon fall back into old habits when challenges arise. This is where self-discipline becomes the determining factor. It is the ability to do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It is waking up early to work on your goals, resisting distractions, and staying consistent even when progress feels slow. The human mind is naturally wired for comfort. It seeks immediate gratification, pleasure, and the path of least resistance. But success demands the opposite. It requires delayed gratification, persistence, and sacrifice. Self-discipline is what allows you to override the short-term impulses that hold most people back. It helps you stay committed to your goals even when the initial excitement wears off. Consider the difference between those who succeed and those who struggle. Highly disciplined individuals are not necessarily the most talented or the smartest, but they have mastered the art of consistency. They show up every day, put in the work, and stay focused on their objectives. They resist distractions, avoid excuses, and push through discomfort. They understand that progress is built on small, daily efforts rather than bursts of occasional motivation. One of the greatest misconceptions about self-discipline is that it requires extreme willpower. In reality, self-discipline is not about forcing yourself to struggle through everything with sheer determination. Instead, it is about developing habits, routines, and systems that make discipline automatic. Successful people design their environment to support their goals. They eliminate temptations, create schedules, and build habits that make success inevitable. By doing so, they reduce the need for constant decision-making and willpower. For example, if someone wants to improve their health, they don't rely on motivation alone. They structure their daily routine to support their fitness goals. They meal prep healthy foods in advance, set a fixed time for exercise, and remove junk food from their home. By controlling their environment, they make disciplined choices easier and more natural. Another important aspect of self-discipline is emotional control. Many people allow their feelings to dictate their actions. If they don't feel like working, they procrastinate. If they face a setback, They become discouraged and quit. But disciplined individuals understand that emotions are temporary and unreliable. They train themselves to take action regardless of how they feel. They don't wait for the perfect mood or the right moment. They take responsibility and push forward no matter what. Building self-discipline is like strengthening a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. But just like a muscle, it can weaken if neglected. People who lack discipline often struggle with inconsistency. They start strong but lose momentum because they haven't developed the habit of persistence. They let distractions, excuses, and momentary discomfort dictate their actions. The disciplined person, however, pushes through resistance and builds resilience over time. One of the best ways to develop self-discipline is through small wins. Many people fail because they try to make drastic changes all at once. They attempt extreme diets, intense workout routines, or unrealistic work schedules, only to give up when the pressure becomes overwhelming. The key to lasting discipline is to start small. Instead of committing to an hour-long workout every day, begin with just 10 minutes. Instead of completely cutting out all unhealthy foods, start by replacing one bad meal with a healthy one. Small victories create momentum, and as these small habits build up, discipline becomes effortless. Another crucial element of self-discipline is accountability. People who succeed often surround themselves with mentors, coaches, or accountability partners who hold them to their commitments. When you know that someone is watching your progress, you are more likely to stay on track. Accountability creates external pressure that reinforces internal discipline. One of the biggest barriers to self-discipline is procrastination. Many people put off important tasks because they seem difficult, unpleasant, or overwhelming. But procrastination is simply a habit, and like any habit, it can be broken. The most disciplined individuals use strategies like the 5-decade rule, counting down from 5 and taking action before the mind talks them out of it. Others use the 2-minute rule, starting a task for just 2 minutes to overcome resistance and build momentum. These small psychological tricks help break the cycle of delay and hesitation. Another challenge is the fear of failure. Many people hesitate to take action because they worry about making mistakes or falling short of expectations. But disciplined individuals understand that failure is part of the process. They do not let setbacks discourage them. Instead, they learn from every mistake, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. Ultimately, self-discipline is the foundation of all success. It is the bridge that connects ambition to achievement. It is what allows people to turn their vision into reality. Without it, even the best plans remain unfulfilled, and even the most talented individuals fall short of their potential. Those who master self-discipline master their future. Step 4, to commit to continuous learning. The world is changing faster than ever. If you're not growing, you're falling behind. Read books, take courses, seek mentorship. Every successful person is a lifelong learner. The more you learn, the more you earn. Continuous learning is the foundation of long-term success, growth, and personal fulfillment. It is the process of consistently acquiring new knowledge, improving skills, and adapting to an ever-changing world. The most successful people understand that learning does not stop after formal education. Rather, it is a lifelong commitment to self-improvement and staying ahead in their field. Those who prioritize continuous learning remain competitive, innovative, and capable of seizing new opportunities, while those who resist learning eventually fall behind. The world is evolving faster than ever. New technologies, industries, and trends emerge at an unprecedented pace, disrupting traditional ways of doing things. What worked a decade ago may already be outdated today, and what is relevant now may not be useful in the near future. Those who refuse to learn and grow risk becoming obsolete, while those who embrace learning can consistently reinvent themselves, ensuring long-term success. Whether in business, personal development, or any profession, continuous learning is the single most powerful tool for staying relevant and valuable. One of the biggest misconceptions about learning is that it only happens in school. Many people believe that once they have obtained a degree or completed formal education, they no longer need to study or improve their skills. But the truth is that education is just the foundation. It is not the end of the learning process. The most successful individuals in any field are those who continue to seek knowledge long after they leave the classroom. They read books, attend seminars, listen to podcasts, and seek mentorship from those who have achieved what they aspire to accomplish. Reading is one of the most powerful habits of lifelong learners. Almost every successful leader, entrepreneur, and high achiever is an avid reader. Books contain decades of wisdom condensed into a few hundred pages, providing insights and strategies that can dramatically accelerate personal and professional growth. Warren Buffett, one of the richest investors in the world, spends 80% of his day reading. Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft, reads about 50 books per year. Elon Musk, when asked how he learned to build rockets, simply replied, "I read books." These individuals understand that knowledge is the ultimate competitive advantage, and they dedicate time every day to expanding their understanding of the world. Beyond reading, learning from mentors and experienced individuals is a critical part of continuous learning. A mentor is someone who has already achieved what you aspire to accomplish and can provide guidance based on real-world experience. While books and courses provide general knowledge, mentorship offers personalized insights, helping you avoid common mistakes and accelerate your progress. The fastest way to grow is to learn from those who have already walked the path you are trying to take. Another important aspect of continuous learning is gaining hands-on experience. Knowledge alone is not enough. Application is what transforms learning into real results. Many people spend years accumulating information but never put it into practice. The most effective learners take action. They test new strategies, experiment with ideas, and learn from their experiences. Mistakes and failures are not setbacks, they are learning opportunities. Every failure provides a lesson, and every lesson brings you one step closer to mastery. In addition to acquiring knowledge and skills, continuous learning strengthens adaptability. The most successful people are not just those who work the hardest, but those who can quickly adapt to new situations and challenges. The world is full of unexpected events, economic shifts, industry disruptions, and personal setbacks. Those who embrace learning can pivot, find new solutions, and seize opportunities that others fail to recognize. They are not limited by what they already know because they are always expanding their understanding and capabilities. Another key component of lifelong learning is curiosity. The most innovative and successful individuals possess a deep sense of curiosity about the world. They ask questions, explore different perspectives, and seek to understand the why behind everything. This mindset allows them to uncover insights that others overlook. Curiosity drives innovation, creativity, and problem solving, making it a fundamental trait of high achievers. One of the biggest barriers to continuous learning is ego. Many people stop learning because they believe they already know enough. They become comfortable in their current level of knowledge and resist new ideas or information that challenges their existing beliefs. This mindset leads to stagnation. The most successful people, on the other hand, remain humble and open-minded. They understand that there is always more to learn, no matter how much they have already achieved. They actively seek feedback, challenge their own assumptions, and continuously strive to improve. Another common obstacle to continuous learning is the fear of looking inexperienced. Many people avoid learning new skills because they are afraid of making mistakes or appearing incompetent. But the truth is that every expert was once a beginner. The greatest athletes, business leaders, and innovators all started with no knowledge or experience in their respective fields. They became great because they were willing to be bad at something before they became good at it. The willingness to embrace the discomfort of learning something new is what separates the ordinary. Continuous learning also applies to self-development. Many people focus solely on professional skills but neglect personal growth. Emotional intelligence, communication skills, time management, and resilience are just as important as technical knowledge. The ability to manage stress, build strong relationships, and develop a success-oriented mindset plays a crucial role in achieving long-term success. By investing in self-improvement, individuals can enhance their overall quality of life, making them more effective in both their careers and personal lives. In today's digital age, learning has never been easier. The internet has made knowledge more accessible than ever before. Online courses, podcasts, webinars, and audiobooks provide unlimited opportunities to acquire new skills from anywhere in the world. There are no longer any excuses for not learning. Those who are truly committed to growth make learning a daily habit no matter how busy their schedule is. They dedicate time each day to expanding their knowledge, whether through reading, listening, or hands-on practice. The key to mastering continuous learning is to develop a learning mindset, a belief that intelligence, skills, and abilities can always be improved. People with a fixed mindset believe that their talents are limited and that they cannot change. In contrast, those with a growth mindset understand that with effort, persistence, and the right learning strategies, they can improve in any area. This mindset empowers them to take on new challenges, push their limits, and constantly evolve. One of the best ways to stay committed to lifelong learning is to set learning goals. Just as people set goals for their careers, finances, or health, they should also set goals for personal growth. Whether it's reading a certain number of books per year, learning a new skill, mastering a foreign language, or attending industry conferences, having clear learning objectives keeps the mind engaged and motivated. Without learning goals, it's easy to become stagnant and fall into a routine of passive existence rather than active growth. The process of continuous learning is not always easy. It requires dedication, effort, and the willingness to step outside of your comfort zone. Many people start with enthusiasm but give up when faced with challenges. However, those who persist, who embrace learning as a lifelong journey, will always have an advantage. The world belongs to those who are willing to learn, grow, and adapt. Step 5, action now. Let's talk about the single biggest difference between those who succeed and those who don't. Action. Ideas are cheap, planning is easy, but execution is where the magic happens. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the first step today. Taking action is the single most important step towards success. No matter how much knowledge you acquire, how well you plan, or how many great ideas you have, nothing happens until you take action. Action is the bridge between goals and results. It is the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Many people spend years thinking about what they want to do, researching and preparing, yet they never take the first step. The most successful individuals understand that success is built on execution, not just ideas. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting for the perfect moment to start. They tell themselves they will take action when they have more money, when they have more experience, or when the timing is just right. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect time. There will always be uncertainty, fear, and obstacles. Those who succeed are not the ones who wait until conditions are ideal. They are the ones who start, despite uncertainty, and figure things out along the way. Every successful entrepreneur, athlete, or leader has faced doubts and setbacks, but they took action anyway. Fear is one of the biggest reasons people hesitate to take action. The fear of failure, the fear of criticism, and the fear of the unknown hold people back from pursuing their dreams. But the truth is, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary part of it. Every successful person has failed many times before they succeeded. Failure is simply feedback, a learning experience that provides valuable lessons for improvement. Those who take action understand that making mistakes is part of the journey. Instead of letting fear stop them, they use failure as a stepping stone toward greater achievements. Procrastination is another major barrier to taking action. Many people convince themselves that they need more time to prepare, that they need to do more research, or that they are not ready yet. But procrastination is just another form of fear. It is the mind's way of avoiding discomfort and uncertainty. The problem is that the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. The key to overcoming procrastination is to take immediate, small steps toward your goal. Even the smallest action creates momentum, and momentum leads to progress. Once you start, it becomes easier to keep going. One of the best ways to take action is to adopt the do-it-now mindset. Whenever you think of something important that needs to be done, don't put it off. Take immediate action. Even if you can't complete the task right away, do something that moves you closer to completion. If you have a big project, break it down into small, manageable steps and start with the first one. If you want to start a business, take the first step today, whether it's researching the market, creating a plan, or reaching out to potential customers. Success is built on a series of small, consistent actions taken every day. Another powerful strategy to take action is to set deadlines for yourself. Many people fail to act because they don't have a clear sense of urgency. When you give yourself a deadline, you create pressure to get things done. This is why deadlines in school or at work force people to complete tasks, even if they procrastinate. The same principle applies to personal goals. When you set a firm deadline and commit to it, you increase the likelihood of taking action and following through. Another common reason people hesitate to take action is perfectionism. They believe that they need to have everything planned out perfectly before they start. But perfectionism is an illusion. It is an excuse to avoid taking risks. The reality is that no plan is ever perfect, and you will never feel 100% ready. The best way to learn is by doing. Many successful entrepreneurs started businesses with imperfect plans and refined them as they went. Many great authors wrote imperfect first drafts and improved them over time. The key is to start now and improve along the way. Taking action also requires commitment and persistence. It's easy to start something, but true success comes from consistently taking action over time. Many people get excited in the beginning, but lose motivation when they face challenges. This is why most people abandon their New Year's resolutions within a few weeks. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is the ability to keep taking action even when motivation fades. Discipline and commitment are what keep you moving forward when things get difficult. One of the most effective ways to stay committed to taking action is to create accountability. When you make a public commitment or involve other people in your goals, you increase the likelihood of following through. This is why people who hire coaches, join mastermind groups, or have accountability partners achieve their goals faster. When you know that someone is watching your progress, you are more likely to take consistent action. Another key to taking action is developing the habit of execution. The most successful people have conditioned themselves to act quickly on opportunities. When they have an idea, they don't just think about it, they take immediate steps toward making it happen. This habit of execution separates high achievers from those who only dream. The more you practice taking action, the easier it becomes. Over time, you build confidence in your ability to execute, and success becomes a natural outcome. And taking action also creates momentum, and momentum is one of the most powerful forces for success. When you start something, you build energy and motivation to keep going. Many people think motivation comes before action, but the truth is the opposite. Action creates motivation. The hardest part is getting started, but once you take that first step, you feel a sense of progress, which fuels you to keep moving forward. This is why the most successful people don't wait to feel motivated before they act. Instead, they take action first, and motivation follows. One of the best strategies for taking action is the 5-second rule created by Mel Robbins. The idea is simple. Whenever you have an instinct to do something important, count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. This simple trick interrupts hesitation and forces you to take immediate action before your brain talks you out of it. It's a powerful tool for overcoming procrastination and building a habit of execution. Another technique is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. If it takes longer, start it for just 2 minutes. This simple strategy helps overcome the resistance of starting something new. Once you begin, you often find it easier to continue. Taking action is also about seizing opportunities. Many people miss life-changing opportunities because they hesitate, overthink, or wait for a better time. But opportunities rarely come with perfect timing. The most successful people take action quickly when they recognize an opportunity. They don't wait until they feel ready. They jump in and learn as they go. Every great achievement starts with a decision to act. One of the greatest truths about success is that ideas mean nothing without execution. The world is full of people with great ideas, but only a small percentage turn those ideas into reality. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not intelligence, luck, or talent. It is action. The most successful individuals are those who take consistent, decisive action toward their goals. They don't just dream, they do. Success is not a mystery. It is the result of clear principles, consistent effort, and disciplined action. Those who achieve extraordinary results do so by following proven strategies, gaining clarity on their goals, applying the 80/20 rule to focus on what matters most, building self-discipline to stay on track, embracing continuous learning to stay ahead, and most importantly, taking immediate action without hesitation. No one succeeds in isolation. Your network is your net worth. The relationships you cultivate will open doors, provide guidance, and shape your future. Surround yourself with people who elevate you, seek out mentors who challenge you, and always be willing to give before you receive. Success is built on value, and the more value you provide to others, the more opportunities will come your way. Ultimately, the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is execution. Ideas, plans, and dreams mean nothing without action. There will never be a perfect moment, and waiting only leads to missed opportunities. Success belongs to those who act, persist, and never stop learning. The choice is yours. Will you watch from the sidelines, or will you take charge of your future?